Welcome back to another episode of the RADelaide Summit Podcast. This week's episode, we cover winter bike maintenance tips and tricks with our guest Dicko. Anzac Day was paid its respects on dawn services across the country and also in multiple two-wheel fashions. Alex and I did a thing, unfortunately not together, again. And of course, more. Come along for the ride.
Ruby opens up.
If you're new to the podcast and haven't listened to us before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do your efforts up Norton Summit and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not. Now, there's a chance we might shame you, but we promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high that we'll probably just shame ourselves because we're not as fast as you, especially this week.
No, not this week.
Look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals.
So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your summiteers, Alex.
Hello.
Wang.
G'day.
Dicko.
Hi there.
Dad.
Hello.
And I am Rainbow Rose. Welcome, guys, and welcome, listeners, to another RADelaide Summit podcast.
Yay. Well done.
Thank you, Rainbow Rose.
As always, we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week. Wang.
Hello. So,
No. That was when G read it out.
large.
Okay, you're too late.
Just a bit delayed. Large week for me, thanks to the Thursday public holiday. So I ended up on 921k this week
Nice.
with a solid 26 hours. So started out with Monday. We always start with Monday. It's the first day of the week. Just a standard double Zwift session before and lunchtime, and then just out on the road after work. Tuesday, same deal, just did Zwift before work and at lunchtime. And then had to use an hour of sick leave on Tuesday, take advantage of the gustily winds out there on Norton. So I went out and...
You know your boss is a listener.
Hey?
Your boss is a
That's
listener.
okay.
Yeah.
She loves me at the moment.
Of course she does.
So yeah, snuck out of work early on Tuesday and had a crack at the old Norton Summit com. I thought I'd mix it up a bit rather than going up the new one. And just fell 10 seconds short of the com up Old Norton Summit. So just behind our podcast favourite Kellogg's. So I was pretty happy with that. So
That's a solid effort.
yeah, it was.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think I did my
actually.
second best 10-minute power ever. On
On the TT bike?
yes, TT bike. Yep. So on the CRM power meter. So
Right.
Wednesday was just a triple Zwift sesh. Thursday, Anzac Day, public holiday. We paid our respects. So just a little 250 k that day with a nice little average of 34 and a half. Nothing compared to you, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So we done a loop that went up, actually started up Monty and then went down the backside of Green Hill,
That would
cross.
suck to start a 250k day.
Yeah,
Let's do Monty.
Just get into it. And a couple of guys who turned out weren't doing the whole ride, just fucking ripped it up
Name
Monty.
and shame. Name and shame.
Come on, let's go.
No, we won't. GPA guys.
Did you kit up for the dawn service and then?
No. So I can't get up that early. I'm old. So they ripped it up Monty and then turned down Norton, and I was like, you fuckers.
Assholes.
So anyway, we went down the back of Green Hill, Swamp Road, into Loby, Woodside, and then Tunkillo, and then down Palmer, and then across the bottom, back up that climb into Mount Pleasant, stopped at the bakery there, and then continued on to Springton, Williamstown, back down the gorge, and had to loop around a little bit to get into 250, so it was a solid day. Friday I was pulled up a bit rough, but still got in a double Zwift session during the day and then rode after work. Yesterday went down to Met Chop, and they did a bit of an XL chop yesterday. So they did the normal chop and then rolled around to the Snake Pit and then done another 2 laps. So that was
That's delightful.
quite good. So I think they might make a bit of a habit of doing that from now till Mount Gambier. So that's the idea of doing that.
Not far away.
No, a couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
And then today we just did the standard Sunday church bunch. So took them out, boys and girls, out north. So we headed up Anstey's and Snake Gully, One Tree Hill, over the top of Kersbrook, down back through the gorge, Torrens Hill, and then home. And then Nate had round 1 of footy today, so I had to be home early for that. And our podcast guest J-Ho, his son's in the same team as Nate this year. So, but unfortunately, didn't take the W today.
Oh.
So they got done by a couple of goals, but Nate played well.
Good.
Pretty solid week.
I got a question from one of the listeners during the week
Oh, for me.
for you. They said, with Wang's week, can he tell us what he did that doesn't include cycling?
I just did. I don't do much apart from cycling, whoever that listener is, but I just said Sunday I had footy. And I worked Monday to Friday. And that's
anger.
really about it. School holidays, I slept and I ate a bit. A couple of zingers in there. That's my week.
Oh, amazing.
It's pretty good.
It is. Standard week, really.
I like it.
What about yourself, Kashi?
School holidays?
Yes. It was. Back to school tomorrow.
Yeah. So, what did we do? I worked 3 days, so I had a short,
What is she
Sound like
doing?
Wang.
short weekend. We had a short week at work, which was nice, but actually had to end up fitting in like a whole working week basically in 3 days. So that was great. Then chilled out, went climbing on Thursday with Rainbow Rose, which was good. And some of her school friends were there because their parents climbed too. So there was about 6 of them running amok, and I could literally hear them like screaming and stuff like as I was climbing. I was like, oh God. And then Friday got in 3 hours. Just did some laps of not repeats, but just did some loops of Norton. It was a bit fun. And then picked up nice. And then that's about it. Got in about 9 hours training. But that includes climbing, so yeah, a couple of ergs. Did a race yesterday.
A Zwift?
Yeah, did a Zwift race.
Nice.
It was spicy, eh?
Which grade?
Just B grade.
Just B grade.
Yeah,
Just B grade.
it was good. But because of the Wahoo, the kicker bike, when you're doing, I did the Bell Lap race, and there's little undulations, so you'll be sprinting up and the bike's going it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Makes it a bit more not as mundane. So yeah, all in all, it was a really good week. It was pretty good actually. Alex.
Mundane. Yes. Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
It was a big week.
What did you do?
I had Monday off of exercise, trying to keep stress levels down and low physical effort from work. I ate everything: pasta, rice, potatoes, roast
started that
veggies. Yeah. Did a bit of a mobility session at the gym on Tuesday.
Oh, in a wheelchair.
Yep. This is Tuesday. I rolled my FTP down to 200 for Echelon Wednesday, and people started questioning me at this point.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It was 222. And then I coached the class Wednesday evening. I went home. I loaded my car. Got into bed just after 9. The alarm went off at 4:50 Thursday morning. And I didn't see my bed until 2 a.m. Saturday.
That's a massive bender.
Yeah.
Like Red
I
Square
could
or
not do that.
Red Square, Woolshed? Which one was it?
I actually don't think I could do it if I was out on the town. But for those that don't know already, I went out and Everested and then some Norton Summit. So the plan was I will ride from Thursday morning through till 1 a.m. Friday morning. And I even had a little spreadsheet with the schedule that I would land bang on Everest, 1:30, and then Super Cyclist would come out and start his Everest, and I would carry on with him and ride another Everest, so double Everest Norton. So that would have been 72 laps of Norton Summit, 720 Ks.
72?
Yeah, 72. 74. 68 laps.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So that was the plan. Unfortunately,
Are you the local legend?
No.
That's
No.
shit.
I thought you were going to ask the obvious question. Are you okay?
We know the answer to that.
My stomach got me this time.
Did it?
Really?
Yeah. It you know that watery vomit feeling you get?
Yeah.
So I got that from about maybe 11 o'clock Thursday night, and I couldn't get over it. Normally I can go ebb and flow through these things and it wouldn't go away, and I was trying to eat on top of that, and I just couldn't.
Wow.
And so like it fucking broke me. Like eventually I was like, all right, I just have to do 400 Ks and 10,000 meters.
No, then
So,
let's go.
Yeah, so that's what changed the goalpost very quickly. So yeah, it's epic ride, but
fuck
it wasn't where I was planning
You've
to
done
go.
a double Everest before,
I have
though?
done a double Everest.
Where did you do your
before,
double?
on Penfolds Road at the end of Glenburn.
So-
St
yeah.
Bernard, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that goes up to the lookout.
Yeah, and then you go down Heatherbank. I did both of them, like up and down, up and down.
Oh, right, that one.
So, yeah, so that one was a double Everest in 396 Ks.
Yeah, as opposed to
a single in 350.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I ended up doing 36 laps in Norton, 408 Ks, 10,000 metres in a little over 18 hours.
18 hours ride time.
Yep.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
was 20. What time did you finish the 10,000?
After I realised I wasn't going to go where I was going, I started taking some pretty long breaks. So
Yeah.
I finished at 7 o'clock in the morning.
When I messaged you, I
Yeah.
messaged
So
you
it took me like
6:30.
4 or 5 hours to do 4 laps.
Yeah.
5 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting because I've never had that kind of stomach. I get guts from food, but I usually negate that with like baby food or something silly
Yeah.
like that because it's super easy. But
So
I
what
just,
were you eating? Because I come out and saw you at like 8 o'clock on the
I
Thursday
had a
night.
carb mix in my drink bottles.
Yeah.
This was the interesting thing. So it's Norton Summit's quite long, and it was so cold. Dressed to go up, sweating bullets,
Yeah, yeah.
so that you don't freeze on the way down.
Yeah.
And I was losing so much fluid, and it was actually 11 a.m. in the daytime when I went to the toilet, and I was like, wow, you are so dehydrated already. And I got on top of that with some hydrolytes and bits and pieces, but like it was so hard to manage. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Yeah, so
You almost need someone standing at the top of the
almost,
jacket
yeah.
and then take it off
yeah,
down
I was
the bottom.
thinking, like, how can we
Yeah.
do this? Like,
I was
park
thinking
down
of that
another car at the
before.
top and be changing
Yeah.
clothes or something or
Yeah,
other.
that was
Yeah, I was trying to think of that as well, Jim.
Yeah.
even Friday when I was going down Old Norton.
But-
I had a long sleeve on.
Yeah.
I was climbing with the whole thing open
Yeah.
and then zip at the top.
It's cold down on Old Norton
Yeah.
some of that because the sun doesn't get in there.
So there was just before my 11 p.m. break, I was up for lap 4 out of 5. I was doing blocks of 5, and my light went dead. No light, pitch black, full moon, but I was rolling down in the absolute darkness, just following the
your phone
white
on you?
line. Yeah, but I had such big gloves on, like I couldn't
turn
hold
on.
anything else. Yeah, so that was sketchy as. I reckon it took me like somewhere between 12 and 15 minutes to get down, just like following the middle road, and then the shadows would come. I'm like, where's the road gone? Hoping that no koalas or kangaroos would come.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so that
What
was...
did it get down to? It was like 5 degrees overnight
I
that day,
felt
wasn't
like when your body starts eating itself, it feels like minus 10.
it? Yeah.
Well, you said wind chill is a thing, right? Yeah, so it would be.
And even though, so then Super Cyclist, he carried on through the day and he finished his almost 24 hours later, and I was still there. So I only went home, had a quick power nap and went back out. And I was so cold, like 2 pairs of trackies on, 5 layers up top, beanie, and just freezing like all day, all night.
His
Yeah.
body's just in shock.
Yeah. So yeah, then I had a pretty chilled out day yesterday.
You worked.
I got called into work. Trying to climb a ladder after that, like 9 foot up, hanging lights.
Just a bit more vert for you.
How did you get called? Yeah, can you just tell your boss to fuck off? What?
I tried.
He didn't answer his phone.
And then I actually went out today. I did 110 Ks today, another 2,000 metres of climbing, which was fine, and then almost got hit by a car. And so,
Yeah, what? Tell me.
so yeah, the car came. I was just going through a roundabout, basically turning right, but I had to go onto the footpath to get on the bike lane, and the car just started going. So I sped up to go in front of it, but then couldn't slow down enough once I was on the footpath and ended up meeting a big rock. So yeah, but now other than that, let's put that away for another 12 months, shall we? Anyway,
How long
Dicko.
ago, just before we move on to Dicko, how long ago did you have this planned?
Probably before Christmas.
Oh, wow, that long ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know you said on the pod maybe a month or so you were itching to do something.
Yeah. So that's why I went out and did the half the other day. Well, it wasn't a half; it was just a long ride. There just to work out time.
Right.
Because, I was doing up and down in around like 25 minutes or trying to the other
You're
day.
doing like 20. I think I looked at it like 22 minutes.
Yeah, like the laps were so consistent.
Yeah.
Up and down in under half an hour, which was the plan.
Yeah.
And that means I could break for half an hour. Like everything was going perfectly. Then my guts gave in. Like, yeah, it would have been pretty wild. Like even if I didn't get the whole way through the double, like the minimum was going to be 600 Ks.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's fuck.
Same, yeah. Word soon travelled fast on the grapevine that you were
I know,
out
it was
there.
hilarious because like all of the people doing their bunch rides,
Yeah.
all of like PMA, there's like, I've seen guys 4 or 5 times during the day. They're just
Yeah, like I was getting messages, like, 'cause for the listeners, Alex doesn't tell anyone when he does this stuff. Like I didn't
Loving
know
it.
it. Cashy didn't know it. Cashy got a message just saying lap 15 or lap 13 or something. And then I got a few messages and they're like, what's Alex doing? I was like, fucked if I know. He hasn't told me and I'm the last person he'd tell because he doesn't want me to go out there because I ride too fast.
You ride too fast,
And mess up his rhythm. So, yeah, and then found out what you were doing.
I had a few blokes, mates, come out and Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
And like I've just become a robot basically. Like that's all I'm doing. So I just was riding away. They're just like, hey, you're going to do this for another like 15 hours?
Yeah, Miss Piggy done a couple of shifts, didn't she?
Yeah,
She come
that's
out
good.
the next day as well.
Timmy did heaps. That was good of him to come out and help Super Cyclist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Dicko, what have you been up to, mate?
Yeah, I don't know what to say after that. Ridiculous. Yeah, definitely not anywhere near the bike riding you guys do. The school holidays, took the kids camping
Oh, lovely.
last weekend down Port Elliot, which was
Beautiful.
nice.
So when we define camping with the kids, are we in a tent, caravan?
This was the first time just tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it before where we've had like one cabin and then
Yeah.
a tent kind of thing. And
We'll just chop and change.
exactly, I need a shower. I'll go there.
Whoever's quietest.
Exactly, yeah. But no, this was full camping. It was good.
At the big
yeah, the
caravan,
caravan
the big
park,
four.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, nice.
But had my freshly built retro Frankenstein gravel bike stolen when I was down there.
No.
So
What?
devastated about that.
There's been a few bikes stolen this week. I saw Baker's Dozen. He had 3 of his stolen during the week.
Hey, right.
He had his S-Works pinched.
Since everyone I've spoken to has got a story about a bike that
Yeah.
flogged from a caravan park. So, yeah, bear that in mind.
Oh, no good. Insurance?
Nah, not
No.
on that one.
I've got one for sale, similar to yours.
It was a 2003-ish Avanti competitor mountain bike.
Oh, yeah, I remember them.
Built
Yep.
up as a gravel bike. It
Yep.
was like my first bike I ever saved my balls off to own kind of things that I was doing. But
Always a way.
that's all right. It'll probably show up.
Yeah, on Gumtree.
Yeah. Apart from that, I'm in the process of setting up a workshop in McLaren Vale. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, lots of shifting tools and workbenches and work stands and
Yep.
got my dad painting and all that sort of stuff. I do that.
Because currently, do you do most of it from home or mobile?
Bit mobile,
Yeah.
mostly mobile.
Yeah.
A bit home based as well. So
Okay.
So got them both. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So this will be a proper
Running out
workshop.
of room in the garage. So yeah.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pros and cons of working from home, but yeah, I think I'll be a bit more efficient without having a 2-year-old trying to help me.
Your legs. And
What's this do, Dad?
Where does that go? Where's the bolts gone?
The 4-year-old, she's actually pretty keen on it. I reckon she's got promise as a bike mechanic, so I've got to try to get that out of her mind pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's been my week.
Very good.
I like it.
Well, that's a really good segue because we're just going to hit you up with like, what do you do for a living and how did you end up getting there?
Backtracking. So yeah, I'm a bike mechanic for a living. I
Name of your business?
currently Will Dickerson Pro Bike Mechanic.
Okay.
Pretty imaginative.
That
But
says Luca Electrical.
we're going for a rebrand though.
Okay,
nice.
So
Elite mechanic.
something, shorten it up a bit, the email address. No, so keep an eye on the socials, social media. Do you call it socials?
Yep, socials. Very good.
I
Yep.
don't post, so that's probably a
Okay.
bit of a downfall. But when I do, it'll be to let people know that
There's a name change. Like, who is this bloke?
and where I am at Main Street in McLaren Vale. So
Yeah.
Oh,
easy to
nice.
find. And
Up the top, down the bottom.
top end of town.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Yep.
that's where we all want to be.
Yep.
And yeah, I got there, I guess, by when I was probably 12, tinkering with my bikes and just playing with them. And then, my first job was in a bike shop.
I was going to say we work together.
Yeah, back in the day.
Really?
JT
Yeah.
Cycles Brighton. I was down there.
Circles.
Yeah.
Employee number 3 I was, and
Yep.
Sparnan was up at Holden Hill.
Yep.
So yeah, we had some good trade nights. It was good. And then since then I've been in the industry, sales rep. Worked with the national team for close to 10 years doing stuff.
Yep.
All that.
Right hand man to cider.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, lots of good fun. But yeah, so that's kind of
Amazing.
You still do a little bit for the national team?
bits and
Get called in,
pieces. Yeah,
yeah.
get called in when they're getting desperate.
Yeah.
Went over to Bendigo Madison the other week, which was good
Nice.
fun.
Did see
And you
some-
did the Nations Cup as well.
Nations Cup, I was doing
Yeah.
that with the UCI trade team.
Oh, yep.
Working for those guys, but
Yep.
that was a bit of a reunion of a few old staff back there working for every different country.
Yeah, I did see a few of them out there. So
But no, it was good. So no.
Nice work.
Good.
We'll put a link to your socials in our socials. There we go. Watch all the people
thank
flock to McLaren Vale.
I'll share your share. Yeah, we'll share.
We have a big question for you, though. You want to do it, Kashi? It's impressive, too.
What is the PB? Talk to
and maybe just mention where you had to get the PB from.
Yeah.
Well, driving in here, I did actually think about if I've got any record of having ever done it, because it's been a while. But yeah, remembered that pre-Strava, I believe you guys talked about it a few weeks ago. There was Cycle to Max.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brett set up, so I had a quick look on there, and I cranked out in 2003. I cranked out a 13:46.
Very reputable time.
2003, so that would have been on old school bike.
Old school, yeah.
Yep.
So rim brakes. So that was a climbing bike, I guess.
Yep.
But I'm going to say it was probably doing an SE. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah,
That's solid.
But no, I looked on that site. There's some of the old names on there.
So it's still up and going, is it? I'll have to have a check.
I don't
on
know if
there.
it's up and going, but
No, you can go on
list
there.
is still there.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a roll call of
Yeah.
the who's who of who was. Yeah.
Check it out.
That's pretty awesome.
Now, I'll just say your greatest / proudest achievement is on the bike
On the bike, right? Because I had to.
and off the bike.
Well, I was
We can do
gonna
both,
say, kids and
Yep.
marriage and all that, obviously.
for sure.
Yep. 'Cause you never know who's going to listen to this.
Correct. The wife might be listening.
Yep.
That's where I went wrong.
So probably on the bike, I'm going to say Tour of Korea. Not sure what year. It must have been 2010, I reckon. 2010. I was riding for a US team, and we went there and won that with a little hit squad of 4 guys. So I spent 10 days pretty much riding on the front of 120 crazy Korean.
Yeah, wow.
Trying to control that. That was my role. But yeah, Mike Friedman pulled the win. He's an old name from the US scene. But yeah, that was not something that anyone would have ever heard of before or since. But
And that team that you rode for has probably got one of the best kits in the pre-peloton back in the day, I reckon.
best kits, best
Yeah.
swag, best
Yeah.
best fan prizes. Yeah, Jelly Belly. We
Was the best kit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
pretty much, you'd go to a big race in the US and
Yep.
they'd all line up to see Lance or whoever, but then second choice was Jelly Belly because
Yeah.
you'd be handing out
You'd be handing
packages
out
to everyone.
jelly belly.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Got paid in jelly beans, but that's all right.
How good is that? What about the reversal? What's the worst day on the bike?
Worse.
Freeway last year.
That was when it becomes a novelty to get out the bike.
Yeah.
I'm going to say worst day was probably that same race. There was one bad day where it got pretty grim and it rained and it was sleet. It was freezing cold. You didn't have wet weather gear. You didn't have disc brakes. You didn't have DI2. And yeah, I'm not ashamed to say I stuffed my hands down my necks and pissed on them to try and get a feeling.
Get them warm again.
So I could shift gears.
Yeah. That's cold.
That was a pretty grim day.
Yeah, wow. Oh, the cold. Yeah, that broke me too during the night.
How was the? How was
you piss on your hands?
Yeah, I was just going to say
I didn't
that.
piss on my hands. No. Would have started a fire.
Now, just on bikes, what's your favourite bike, whether it's one you've had or even a dream build that you could get on?
Out of what I've ridden, probably an S5 is just like the one that just feels the best.
Poor Alex.
You just get on it and it feels awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't ridden one, but I was working down under this year, watching them all go past, and settled on the UAE Colnagos. That's the
nice
without changing a thing.
Yeah,
that'd be the go.
Yep. And what were the bikes you rode back with Jelly Belly in the day?
I was on Focus back then.
Oh, yeah.
With,
Okay.
with fucking SRAM.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
So
Well,
that's
just on
not your
that, that's not your
favourite
favourite
group
group set.
Actually, maybe not 10-speed red. Had a few little weaknesses to it.
Yeah.
The new stuff's pretty good when it's set up right. But yeah, Duros.
That seems to be the common comment. Like
When it's set up
when it's
right.
set up
Yeah.
properly, it's a good thing.
Yeah. So saying that, Duros just feels right, and
Yep.
I like the feel of the hoods and
Yeah.
just the brakes and everything.
Apart from our power meters.
You don't run. Who runs power?
Yeah. Uni student loves their power meters.
If I had a power meter, would go flat in between rides.
Now, back in the day, or even now, before pre-rides, are you a breakfast eater? And if so, what's your go-to brekkie?
It's probably definitely a breakfast eater.
Yep.
Yeah, but you'd have to finish the kids' breakfast, wouldn't you, every day?
No, my wife, she goes for all the healthy breakfast
That's
stuff.
right.
So yeah, but if I'm away, then I'll go down and grab a box of crunchy nut cornflakes, and
Oh, yeah.
that'll do for a breakfast, and then a after tea snack if you're still a bit peckish. maybe smoko as well.
Yeah.
What'd you eat today? Cereal.
Go on.
Zinger burger. Good or bad, Dicko?
I mean, it's not bad.
Okay, that's all right.
It's not bad.
Not like our last guest.
But it's not great.
But yeah, I've been going like you get like the combo deal where it's got the wrap, a piece of chicken,
Yep.
corn in there, a bit of everything.
Bit of everything.
But I'll go I don't even know what they call it, the non-zinger one.
Yeah, just a normal
Just
fillet.
a normal fillet.
Yep,
that's
the fillet.
Go to. I just like.
Bit of breast.
I think when it's for me, if it's KFC, I just want to get in there, get it down, get it done. No one sees you.
Yep.
Don't have to remember it. Zinger, you kind of.
Sounds like some of the nights I've had on Highley Street. I don't want to remember it. Got in there and got out. And what about favourite cheat meal when we're talking about KFC? What would be your favourite cheat meal?
Cheat meal. Anything like that. But I don't know if it's a cheat meal, but the one thing, like, if I go hunger flat and I'm on my way home, like, there's just the one thing I crave is salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just,
I'm like,
You're a
just
big
hot
one.
chips.
Yeah.
Hot chips, yeah. Like I can smell them from like 5 k's away. I'm like, yeah.
Maybe you
it's
should
on.
got some of them.
chicken
Maybe.
salt or
Yeah, as much chicken
Extra
salt as you can
chicken
get
salt.
on them.
I did ask if you wanted me to bring you anything. I could have bought you some hot chips.
Could have, but
No.
that's all right.
All right. Well, let's get into the mechanical questions. Cashy, you want to ask a couple?
Yeah. All right.
Boy.
Now, this one, I think it's a bit of a mixed bag amongst us, but wax chains or just traditional oil chains?
wax lube, like the
Yeah.
smooth lube. That's what I've been on.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Stuff.
So not the full wax, just the...
I went the full wax for a while.
Yeah.
Don't know whether I possibly overcooked my wax at one stage.
Okay.
Potentially, maybe it wasn't performing as well as it could. But it was just after 2 rides, it was
Yeah.
sounding dry, and yeah. So yeah, smooth lube in a bottle.
And I think
I run the squirt.
Yeah, the
same
squirt.
thing.
Yeah,
Squirt.
but
Yeah.
if I'm fixing on someone's bike, I'll use the squirt. But
Yeah.
the
And the lube too.
Anywho,
Always
this is
use
a
lube.
family podcast. In terms of like a customer being able to maintain their bike with little or less knowledge, the squirt lube is easier to use, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Yep.
Bit of square lube. Also the bikey wipes, the degreaser wipes. Use those to clean the chain, and then
See
just a
where you're
little
going
bit
with
of
this. Yeah,
a little bit of square lube on there, and then also the bikey wipes to clean the rotor, and then finish it off with the bikey wipes to clean the frame.
How would you clean a chain?
How would I clean the chain?
Yeah.
Just with a chain cleaner, one of those.
Off the, fully off the bike.
No, off the bike.
No,
on the bike.
on the bike?
Just, yeah, chain.
Just the chain, like the
chain
park
cleaning
ones.
tool,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
Bit of Morgan Blue chain
Oh, yeah.
cleaner in there. That
Yep.
seems to. Yeah, I've tried a lot of the ones that are more environmentally conscious, and they just don't work. So.
I actually use just the ones from Super Cheap Auto
Yeah.
in the can.
Yep.
Degrade
And,
that.
yeah. Take
it
the
off,
chain
yeah.
off the bike,
I'm the same. I
soak
drop it in a tub.
drop it in
5
there,
minutes,
5
rub it.
minutes, and
Beautiful.
then wash it, and then back on there and lube it.
Yeah.
Works a fucking treat.
Actually, I remember the first time I used the Morgan Blue stuff, and I thought I was tripping because it works so much better than the other ones I'd used before. I'm like, what is this? Like,
Their lube's not
This
good though,
witchery.
but their degreaser
Yeah,
is.
the lube gets pretty messy pretty
Yeah.
quick, a lot of it. So,
Yeah, I've heard their lube's shit.
But yeah, so that's a go too.
wax lube, I like it. Very good.
Less
I think
fucking
wheelies.
arcs, don't have to worry about that. It's good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I freshly waxed my chain on Wednesday night,
Yeah.
and it was squeaking by the end of my 400 kilometres.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you
I was
have
like,
any lube in the car? or
I
anything?
did, just
to
in
top
case
it
I
up?
was going
Yeah.
to sacrifice it back to a normal
Yeah.
wet lube.
Yeah.
But I'd pulled the pin by then. But the other thing I did do is full tubeless on the road. What do you reckon about that?
Controversial.
I know, right? I was like, ooh.
I would say no unless
Get out.
unless you're racing. unless you're racing Berry this year. Then
Berry or
Yeah.
Casino.
Tubeless was the go.
Even tubeless didn't fix it, I don't think. So,
You're half a chance. But
Yeah.
yeah.
no, I've just too many times it just doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't go completely flat, but you're
Yeah.
too flat to keep riding.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
might as well
yeah.
just- yeah.
You might as well stop and put a tube in.
Yeah. So,
I like that question. I like that answer.
No, it's good. I think that. I
You
still
run
think
tubeless now?
No, latex tubes for the win.
Yep.
Always. So
Okay.
good. It's not, I don't know, if you've ridden tubs and like cornering on tubs, I don't think anything comes close to that. I don't know. But I don't know. Latex is pretty good. Cornering and latex tubes is pretty good. What else?
There is a certain individual with hookless rims in another state, and the maximum pressure for a hookless rim is 72.5 psi.
Yeah.
Did you see
What's he got?
his? Did you see his wheel?
Yes, I saw his wheel.
Lucky that didn't happen. Going down a
around,
hill,
all
the
around the
dickhead.
corner. Yes, there's a reason for max pressures, people.
Yes,
So a certain person
overinflated,
overinflated.
and
Yes.
it blew off the rim. Riding. Luckily, he was on the flat road. Otherwise, he would have binned his
So
other
for the
bike.
listeners, if it says
break-
max,
Did it break the rim? Or
no, like I don't even know, because to get a tubeless tire on or a hookless tire, like they're hard work.
Yeah.
So to get it to come off by itself,
But if there's anyone who can do it,
yes,
uni student is your man. Uni student is your man. Love him, though.
yeah,
Happy birthday to him.
yeah. Happy birthday to him. All right, so it's obviously coming into the colder months, and people are going to want to try and ride their bike outside, and we want to know from you whether or not we challenge ourselves in these wet, not so ideal conditions. What should we be looking out for on our bikes?
Just the one I'd say is brake pads.
Yes.
The one like it used to be that, back in my day, someone in the bunch would call you out for having brake pads that were worn down. They could see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you can't see it unless you look for it, then you just don't know. And the amount that I see are like down to the metal. It's a bit scary. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
keep-
So we're talking like, because you can't see inside
Oh,
the
sorry,
disc caliper. Yeah,
disc
yeah, yeah, yeah.
disc brakes, pads.
And obviously tyres as well.
Tires, all that. Like I kind of feel like that's the same. Whether it's, you're going to get more
Yeah.
more crap on the roads in winter and whatnot. But just like chain wear, tire wear, and all that you can see pretty easily. But
Yep.
and you'll probably see it by accident looking at your bike at some
Yeah.
stage. But brake pads is the one that you actually consciously got to go and check it.
I went and
So-
changed my brake pads this week, and now I think the pistons they won't.
They're stuck in.
They're fucking stuck out. I went to like spin the wheels. It's like
Did you spread
no,
them
no,
apart?
no, no, no,
before
no,
you
no, no. Everything's
them out?
in. Yeah, I did spread them apart.
And the brake pads?
And the brake pads?
Yeah, and the brake pads. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, okay.
He always goes firefighting first, then mechanic stuff. It's fine.
It's funny as that, because Benno, I punched it on Thursday on the way home from the ride going down the gorge. 'Cause we're going down the gorge.
And he was firefighting on the gorge.
No. But car had rolled on its roof and there was glass all over the gorge.
Oh, shit.
So punctured it, and I've fixed my puncher, gone and put it back in, and spun my wheel, like just went and stopped. And I was like, Benno, did you pull my brake pads on while I had my wheel
No,
out? And he's
no.
like, yeah, sorry about that. So I had to get like a 1 mil Allen key in there to flex them back open.
Taking chips off the
"Shit."
disc pads,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like, I was just trying to slow you down. And I was like, don't do
Hey,
that.
that's your next trick.
What's that?
Just take his brake pads off him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
could do that.
Don't do that.
Safety Sam. So, how long is enough to use a high-pressure hose on the bearings and electrical junctions on my bike?
How long or like how close you mean?
Yeah, like how is it? Like, can I do it for 3 or 4 minutes? Is it going to be okay?
Time is fine. Yeah, how like the distance I hold away from it.
No, like, I need to be really close to make sure they're clean.
So, yeah.
Or even just the car wash thing. I can go in there with my bike, can't I?
Hey, I'll do that.
No, actually, pressure washer. Like, there's this. Don't touch it with the pressure washer. Like, if you hold your hand up to the pressure washer and bring it closer, when it starts to hurt,
That's the
too
distance.
close.
That is a
Okay.
good.
So,
Yeah.
So when
That's good
you're
analogy.
bleeding, you've gone too far.
Exactly,
Yeah, don't hold it that close to your bike.
Finger
Yeah.
comes off,
Because obviously that's how the pro teams clean theirs. But they do
I've
offer
got
a
one of the
fair way back.
petrol-powered high pressure hoses, 2200 psi.
Same rule applies. Put your hand in front of it.
That is a really good. Yeah, no, that's good, especially after like cross races or even mountain bikes. Like, you don't want to be washing your dirty bloody bike at home. You just go to the servo.
That's what I do. I roll my car in, halfway in, take my bike out, and then home.
Speaking
Finish
of
it
your
off.
Leave
car,
the
you
bike on
still
the roof.
got only
do them both
one
at the same
headlight.
time. It's-
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually.
What was that?
Really good.
Leave your
idea.
bike on the roof and wash them both.
Yeah, as long as it's not low.
And then get the biker wipes at the end, eh?
That's right.
Yeah.
Bike wipes, Wang 10.
No, for the
I'll have to
listeners,
stop now.
please be careful with the high pressure hose. Don't go too nuts on your bicycle.
If bikes could talk, what do you think they'd complain about? No, we kind of touched on that before.
Alex's
but
seat complains.
what's the biggest thing? Yeah, what do you think they'd complain about?
I reckon I'm a firmly a believer that bikes are meant to be ridden and abused and
Yeah.
destroyed and
Good.
whatever you're doing them is good fun. So I reckon a bike could complain about being hung up on the wall.
Yeah,
love that.
is-
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
That's actually a good answer.
I really like that, but I am
like
all
that.
for that. Like even my car, thrash the Jesus out. That's what it's designed for.
it.
Have fun, enjoy it,
And that's
then take it to Will, and he'll fix it afterwards.
Yes.
high pressure hose at pieces.
Do whatever you need to
Take it to
do.
Will.
And just bring it in.
If it chips the paint off, it's too close.
Main Street McLaren Valve.
Top end.
Top
Soon.
end down. Don't rock up there tomorrow. All right.
No.
Yeah, he's not there
Unless
yet.
you want to help paint.
Dad's painting.
Just yell out, Dad, can I help out paint?
All right. What's your favourite tool in the kit and why?
Favourite tool? I've got some nice Abbey bike tools, premium stuff. That's nice.
Abbey
But
bike tools.
My favourite tool is the specially bent spoke that I've got. It's bent just right, and it's got the hook at one end. So if you're fishing for cables through the frame,
For your DI2 cables.
all that kind of stuff, and then the other end is the threaded end, which has been ground down into a point. So that's the end for digging out a bit of glass out of your tyre, or you're shanking someone if you're fighting over the only tap when you're in the car.
Yeah.
Watch all the team by.
These Abbey tools look quite nice. This is a green anodized stuff.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Ooh.
Pricey.
Pricey, but none of it's bad.
Set combo, $449.
Well, saying that, but
I was going to
bait-
sell my car and buy their wheel train jig, but that's all right.
Wow, they're cool. Amazing. Here's a cool one. What's like the strangest bike customization or repair modification request you've ever had? Not someone's like drilling their brake levers for lightweight or something silly like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think of one that stands out because I've seen a lot of silly stuff and stuff like slipping seat posts that have just been drilled through the frame and the seat post and riveted. Yeah,
to stop it slipping.
that's the early days of Green Edge on the first Scott Foils.
Yeah.
Seat posts were all slipping, so they were.
We'll just put a pipe
drilling
rivet in
holes
it.
and riveting them together. So.
It's gold.
Stuff like that. Timmy Decker's fancy grips that he runs, little knobs sticking out of his handlebars.
Yeah, okay.
Bits and pieces. I work with paracycling quite a lot, so there's all sorts of
Oh, yeah.
weird and wonderful stuff there, which is
Yep.
cool to do. But
I'm still just in a bit of shock.
Yeah,
about that.
Well, I guess it's not going to move, is it?
no, so a fair bit out there, but whatever it takes to
Yeah, that's wild.
get the bike going again.
I mean, off the back of that, I'm still in shock. What is the
I would have gone with the tech screw over the pot rivet and take that out easier.
What if you want to change your seat phone?
Yeah.
Jeez, is that
Nut and bolt.
like, is that a cycling mishap? I don't even know, but it's
That could become a cycling mishap.
it could. That's probably goes into that. Like, what is the weirdest or funniest thing outside of customization you've had?
Probably one. Yeah, a good one was we went over to Rio for the Olympic Games test event. Beautiful spots, a hotel on Copacabana Beach. So flew all the way there. All that. And then went out for a little roll to have a look at the course, and would have been maybe a K from the hotel. One of the young lads. So I was mechanicking, not riding. But one of the lads just was too busy having a look at the sights and rode straight into a bollard on the bike path and snapped his frame in half.
Oh.
So that was a long way to go for a DNS.
Well, that's it. Nothing. No spares.
I think I put together a spare bike for him, but it was didn't
not going to cut it.
Didn't do it.
Shit.
Eyes up, people.
That's it.
Yes, very much so.
Sometimes you just have to laugh.
What about, has anyone brought something into you that's like they've tried to repair it themselves and you're just like, what have you done?
You get a
You'll
few.
probably be a
but
uni student.
I'm always like if someone wants to have a crack, then go your hardest, and I'll talk you through it if I can. I'm all for people knowing more about their bikes and trying to get it. But I have had quite a lot of here. I've got all the parts for you. Can you just fit them up? And sorry, that's the wrong bottom bracket, or that's a mechanical lever and you've got disc brakes.
Right.
We've got it cheap.
You
can make it work.
Got it from Marketplace.
But no, generally you find a way around it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And just with your business, so you work on all types of bikes, race, anything?
Everything, my background's more sort of the road and that sort of stuff. But I mean, I grew up racing mountain bike, and gravel bikes huge, love that. And then e-bikes are massive, so probably about 40% of what I work on is e-bike.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Which is good, because again, there's people out there that wouldn't normally ride.
Exactly, the amount of sort of older crew that are now
zooming along, going faster than us. Yeah,
don't have to or they don't have to worry about the headwind coming home. On Esplanade, or whatever it is. Gets people out there.
Perfect.
I love that.
That's cool.
Very good.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that. All right, so we do had some notable mentions and news from the summit this week. So first up, we have recent podcast guest, Cactus.
Took the podcast luck and charm.
Yes, very much so. So just recently, after from her Oceania win, she's gone and backed it up and won the women's Grafton yesterday. So their race is a little bit shorter than the men's. It starts at the top of the climb. But her team, Bridge Lane, they pretty much controlled the race. I've seen some highlights of it. And they were just 1-2, and they had, I think, 3 or 4 in the break, and one Cycling Academy person, and they just bullied her. And then Cactus attacked, I think, with about 10k to go, and won solo by a minute and a half. So
smashing it.
Yeah, she done that. And then today they had was just a crit, like stage 2. She just finished in the bunch, but she won overall, obviously, because she won by a minute and a half.
Yep.
Last on Saturday. So she is off to Europe, I think, in another couple of weeks. So hopefully she gets some results over there, and we might see her in the World Tour.
High standings in the NRS now.
She's leading it.
There we go.
Yep.
Nice work, Cactus.
Yes. So after last week, when we had Tay on with the Zinger Burger with his sauce alternatives, we have had some feedback from the listeners that they did try it and they did rated it. Did rate it, should I say. I did try it during the week.
Oh.
That voice says,
I know that voice.
Look, it was okay. But I'd have it again. But
yeah, you would.
Wouldn't be my go-to.
So what was it again? Can you talk to listeners?
So minus the normal mayo, add the pepper mayo and chili relish. Yeah.
So take the normal mayo out.
Yeah. So it was good for a bit of a change. Change is good, but I'll go back to my supercharge.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Again. So it wasn't bad. Thanks to Tay.
What else have we got? We got some of this little vets.
Trainer Chode reached out during the week because he is on the vets committee now, along with also Garden of Eden. So trying to get a bit of young blood onto the vets to get the racing back up. So at the moment,
sentence, isn't it?
I was just going to say, younger than the average. So hang on,
Younger than
go
me.
back. Vets Club is Masters. How old do you have to be to
30.
Over
Only
30.
30.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So that's still pretty young.
But the club's been run by 90-year-olds basically, so younger than them.
We're trying to get more people involved, mate.
Well, we are now because they're on there. So anyway, they're running half-price licenses.
That's for the year as well.
For the year
Yep.
at the moment. And they're also running a race at Outer Harbour on the 5th of May, and there'll be actual prize money to be won. So that might be a little dig at another local club with prize money, but that's okay. If you want to win some prize money, they will be on the 5th and half-price licenses for the year. So get out there and support them.
Do you know what? This is actually good. Where can we? Is this Entry Boss? Where is this?
The easiest
Or just
platform,
Facebook?
Entry Boss. Yep. Or you can slide into Trainer Chode's DMs.
You know, I was thinking a while ago, but it'd be pretty hard. Maybe like every now and then, put a bunch of money together on Trop, and whoever wins gets.
Well, that'll be petite premium because you'll just sit on all day and then just go at the end.
Now.
That's good. No, trying to get and it's nice. It is nice an alternative other than Vic Park. Don't get me wrong, love Vic Park, but it's just something
Fucking
different.
pretty dirty at the moment from all the horses. So much shit and gravel on there.
Really?
Why the long face?
No.
No.
All right, so let's jump right into it. The main reason why we exist. Let's see who's been spinning up the summit this week and check out the fast times.
Alex, 32 times.
For the folks who've been
36
giving us a
times.
show, it must be might be the fast guys, it might be the slow ones, and Alex, and even might be everyone in between. But like we said, we'll dive into their rides and data a bit more robustly, and we'll see who, who and what has caught our eyes on the leaderboards for some hand picks, for some fun and analysis. Our
Dicko.
esteemed guest.
All right, so fastest man of the week is Fig Jam, all capitals. He's cranked out an 11:51.
Yeah.
Which is a PB.
Yeah.
PB
Well
by
done, actually. Yeah, that was
Lazy.
quite good.
What's that? My maths is 54 seconds.
Yeah, massive PB. Yeah.
Very solid.
And you know why? Because he took Wang's weathers.
Oh,
So a little bit of
tailwind,
background.
You're saying that was all
Yeah, it was all
tailwind?
tailwind.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You're not going to do it into a headwind. A little bit of a background from obviously last week. He was pumping out some quick repeats. He done 3 repeats and took some of my comms last week when he done 3 sub-13. So this was Tuesday when the winds were up. So I messaged his coach and I was like, tell Fig Jam to get out there on Norton now. This is prime sub-12 weather. And he's like, I got a message back from his coach and he was like, no, he said he's got sprints on today. And I said, I don't give a fuck what he's got on. Look at the winds out
Wang
there
is
now.
coach now.
So get him out there.
It's good.
Anyway, so he got him out there. He sent me a picture at the bottom of Norton's. He was all
I did see
hyped.
that.
Speed suit, ready to go. He had his playlist.
Aero helmet.
And aero helmet. And he's pumped out the 11:51.
Was it not the real Chamoy that was questioning the aerodynamics of the headphones?
He was, yeah. But Will Chamoy's slow at the moment, so he can't comment.
What are you talking about? I've seen his times. Yeah, he's
No,
slow.
he's slow at the
You haven't
moment.
ridden with me, mate.
Or me?
But what I will
Didn't get
also
invited.
mention is
That's
that
right, we're racing masters.
Yeah, we are.
fuck up. After he's done this 11:51, he then has gone out and punched a sub-19 Green Hill as well, just to follow it up.
Forms there.
Yeah,
Welcome, guys. Welcome,
So-
listeners, to
Only
another
4 months
episode
out
of
from
the
Super
Green
Series.
Hill Summit Podcast.
yeah. So he is going well. So
Yeah, good on him.
yeah, back to you, Dicko. Sorry to hijack you, mate.
No, this is my bit. All right, fastest woman for the week is Swim Bonk Run, all lowercase, who did a 15:33, 1 second off the PB.
I know. I had to
So,
go in that. I was like,
It was really?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, probably
Well, I
needs to
think
get,
that PB was only a couple
get
of
on
weeks
top of the
ago.
gear a bit quicker out of the first hairpin.
Yeah.
Would have been the difference. So
I reckon that would have been on Supers as well, was it?
April
27th?
Yeah, 27th.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the fast ones.
Nice
Alex.
work.
Good.
Yes. So taking us through the men's this week is me. Did we put a name in for this? I can't remember. Yes, the Freshie Prince of Bel-Air has done a 12:54.
Took a big chunk off his PB as well.
Yeah,
And
300,
some on my comms.
369 watts, 178 beats per minute. Second, Wheelie Tired has rolled in a 13:24 as part of I'm just going to say a big day. 167 beats, 365 watts. The beta has given us no data on the power levels.
These
So,
pedals aren't working.
165 beats per minute, also with a 13:25. Mumbo number 1 of 5.
Oh, this is the
Also-
person who ripped it up Monty on our right and then turned off.
13:25. Also no power, no heart rate. And lastly, Crack and Fail did a 13:29, 325 watts and 179 beats per minute.
All righty, now we have the women's bracket. What
Top
bracket
5.
have we got here? It's
Fastest.
just the fastest.
Yeah, I did the fastest for both the men and the women.
Oh, yep. Very good.
And
Very
I'll just
good.
alternate that week by week, I reckon.
So, no stranger to the leaderboard. We have Wahooligan with a time of 15:36. That
2
was
seconds off the
yesterday.
fastest time of the week.
That was going up Norton's after chop yesterday. Well, she'd done a 257 average, 21.1 kilometres an hour. We then have Savage Sweet Potato with a 15:59. 170 beats per minute. She's working. 234 watts as average. We then have Shaquille Oatmeal. I'm not real sure about this heart rate. I'll have to have a chat to her and see what the go here is.
I did double take on that too, right?
107 beats per minute. I'm not sure
killing.
what's going on here. 224 watts average with a time of 18 minutes, so not too far off of her PB. That was also on supers. And then we have Kevin 07 also on supers yesterday with an 18:01 right on
Pedo going at the back.
right on Shaquille Oatmeal's wheel by the
Yep.
looks of it. 253 watts, no heart rate. And then we have Ding Dong.
Who's there?
Then this was yesterday after chop. She had a big day. There's no ride length on here, is there? I think she almost did 200 yesterday after chop. I had to give her the hand of God on the last 2 laps of chop to get her back on the wheel along the front of the beach. So she needed all the help she
the
could get.
XL.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, she had a time of 18:34, about a minute slower than her PB, 220 watts and 175 beats per minute.
Wowzers. All right.
Handpicked. Who have we got, Cashy?
So handpick. Sadly, it wasn't on Strava.
No,
But
you want to tell the story of what happened?
Well, our friend, super cyclist, did 32 laps of Norton.
Yeah, he came out and met me at 1:15 a.m. It was quite a nice surprise seeing a light coming up Norton at 1:15 a.m.
Yep. And then, sadly, so he
1
had it
o'clock
firstly
the
on
next
his
day?
bike computer.
No,
for
he
work.
doesn't have a bike computer. So this is where the tech letdown happened. It was on his phone on Strava, and his phone had a fritz out, and he lost the file.
After how many reps was that?
Like 12 or 15, yeah, halfway roughly.
Halfway.
Yeah.
I would have ridden straight off or out of falls if I'd lost my ride at that.
So surely, look, I'll get on Temu after and see if there's a cheap bike computer you can.
I think uni student might be bringing one over on Thursday.
You'd have about 5 of them, so that's good.
Yeah, he would. He's got one every day of the week.
So yeah, shout out to that, and then so
He was counting because he had rubber bands on his handlebars.
Yep,
The
same as
amount
what you
of-
do.
Yep. So he was just taking one off each time he did a lap. So he knew how many he had to go, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm still going to do it. And he did.
That's amazing.
No, that's kudos to him for
Sticking
most
it out.
people that would have cracked, including me. I just would have gone home, but he kept going and finished it.
Yeah, I saw him. He was looking pretty good.
Yeah, I saw him on Friday afternoon about 5. I did 1 lap and saw him. What time did he finish?
Almost to 24 hours to the dot. I think 1:15,
You were asleep, you don't remember.
No, I was there. I was asleep in the car, but I wake up and hey, we're going home.
That's so good. No, he was looking pretty good. He was going up with one of his mates, and then because I was doing the bigger loops, so I'd see them at the top and then just go down. So it was good. It was good.
So on his, what did he do for his last lap though, Kashi?
Yeah, what was the time? 32 minutes by the looks of it.
Don't know.
That was 32 laps. It was 33 minutes. He was travelling up there at 10 kilometres an hour by the end of it.
Or
What did you run it in?
30.
You could have run a lap with him.
Yeah, I mean, that was only one lap.
On that, though, during the Thursday, there was a dude running up there with 2 Dalmatians, running quite swiftly up.
Yeah.
And then I think I
Where
mentioned
was the other
to you-
99?
Sorry?
Where were the other 99?
The other 99 Dalmatians. Well, it was so cold when they came down, they didn't have any
Thanks,
spots
Dad.
left. But a dude was sprinting down at the end of the day. Like, he was flying down the hill.
Maybe he needed to do a super cycle still on the way up
Yeah,
after he
maybe.
had his coffee.
Let's not go there. Anyway, for this week, what's happening in Wang's weather? Proudly sponsored by
Biker wipes.
Biker wipes.
Ooh, 2 weeks in a row. She's gonna
kill
What about a
me.
collab?
Yeah.
collab.
So sponsored by Biker Wipes and
Foodland.
yeah, no. So this week, I hate to tell it to everybody, but there is no day this week that is good for Norton. So don't even bother going up.
Don't even bother.
We have southeasterlies all week, every day.
Yuck.
That is
Yuck.
headwinds.
Yuck.
Go out there if you want.
Yeah, if you do
But
get a PB in those
If you do
conditions,
pee,
kudos.
Yeah, kudos to you. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yep. But no, just maybe try another climb.
If you do get a PB this week, definitely
No,
slide
we'll see
into
it
the
anyway.
DMs for sure.
Slide into
No,
my
we won't
DMs.
actually.
Yep.
Southeasterlies, what climbs do we have?
None.
None.
No, out the
No.
pan.
Out the pan.
You can
Even the
try
wrong
and
way.
do a calm down Norton's guys this week if you want.
Down Monty.
Down Monty.
Ooh,
Yep.
nice.
Yep. Or even down Anstey. I know the Rural Chamois is gunning for the calm down Anstey.
That's shit. There's some shit bits on the road there.
Yeah, well,
Torrance Hill Road to be alright, actually.
Stopping at the gorge.
stopping where that guy crashed and died. No, thank
No,
you.
not down, up.
Oh, up. Yeah, no. That Richie's got that. No fucking hope.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, but down Anstey's is Jensen plow, right? And he averaged 400 watts downhill. That's how hard he was going.
Or sprinting out of the
Yeah,
corners.
sprinting
yeah,
out of
wow.
the corners and just straight lining it.
Ew.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, no thanks.
No.
no,
Yeah.
he's
We're
very-
definitely a very specific uphill KOM centric
I
podcast.
certainly am.
Yeah, we're not jeopardizing.
What's happening this week, Alex?
This week and the next couple of weeks, there's some cool stuff.
What's happening?
We got an RDO next week, don't we?
We do have an RDO next week. So Adelaide Hill Cycling Club, Sunday the 5th of May, have got that round 2 Harrogate Road Race, Terlinga. But apparently Nate's got football, so we can't go out and watch the Wang.
No, I won't be there this week, unfortunately. Nate's got a
Okay.
9 o'clock game.
Mother's Day to people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
For that, Dicko.
My mother is coming over to visit. Ooh, I can't
Is
race
she?
then. Yeah. Olga.
Oh, Olga's here.
Olga.
Adelaide Masters Cycling Club, like we said earlier, Sunday the 5th of May, they have the Kevin Wood Memorial Handicap. That's at Outer Harbour. Half price licensing for the whole year and potential prize money up for grabs. Adelaide Mount Mountain Bike Club, Sunday 19th of May, I've got an XCM at Craigburn Farm. And Oz Cycling, in conjunction with Whyalla Cycling Club, have the Whyalla Juniors Carnival on Saturday 4th of May, and then also the Mad Mile Handicap on Sunday 5th of May. Moving on to Inside Line Mountain Bike Club, Sunday 5th of May, round 2 club downhill series at O'Halloran Hill. Easy as / push-up round. So I don't know what that
What is
means. I don't know. You got to do some push-ups.
Check
before
out
you go.
Entry Boss
Yeah,
or
more
even
info.
Inside
Bra.
Line Mountain Bike Club on Instagram, I reckon.
Yeah.
I
And
think Easy As is the name of the trail.
there we go.
So they'll be going down that, and I'm guessing you've got to push your bike back up.
Oh,
Yeah,
so no shuttles.
Sounds too much work. Mount Gambier Cycling Club, Saturday the 18th of May, have the 100-mile classic.
160 kilometres for those wondering.
Yes, sponsored by lots of cool things. She's Apples, Pristine Skin and Laser Clinic, GT Bobcat, Fennel Forestry Women's Classic. And then lastly, Mount Gambier Cycling Club, Sunday 19th of May, have the Open Kermesse Championship.
Is it a proper 100 mile still? Was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
They've changed the
Yeah.
course a little bit, but still 100 mile.
Oh, good.
Yep. So,
And that Kermesse is that
Around
still
the Blue
the
Lake.
state Kermesse as well?
That's a
yep.
very up and down.
Yeah, around the Blue
I'll
Lake.
walk
Yeah,
around
Open
there a few
Kermesse
times.
Championships around the Blue Lake. Yep.
Lovely.
Good little course, actually.
Yeah.
So, and with that, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and all creatures in between, if you've enjoyed yourself, why don't you give us a follow through your favourite podcast app and access all episodes through YouTube as well. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon,
Ding.
and don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with everyone.
We're all over the socials, and we'll give you the heads up or updates and info and let you know when new episodes are out, along with other podcast news and information. If you want to support the podcast, head to our Buy Me a Coffee page, and if you donate, we'll give you a shout out on the podcast in 2 weeks.
We would love your feedback and to know your thoughts, so hit us up. Let's have a chat through our Facebook or Instagram page. Speaking of which, you've been answering questions in the third person on Instagram.
I love it.
Was that with new mate?
Yes. I'm reading this conversation. I'm like, Wang's answering it with his mate.
So new matey slid into the podcast DMs.
You old new mate.
Yeah.
asking, with Alex's right of reference, asking, is everything
Okay,
okay at home, mate? And I replied back, no, Wang broke up with me.
And then dash Wang.
No, I didn't do that. And then I was like, there's plenty more Wangs in the peloton. It was quite a funny chat.
Anywho, moving on. So yes, if you'd like to chat, Facebook and Instagram, you can do that there. Or shoot us something through to our email at RADelaide@gmail.com. And with that, in the middle of the night whilst I was going up Norton Summit, there was what was left of the full moon, if not a full moon, and I was a little bit tired, and I kept thinking someone was behind me because it was my shadow. A little bit of hallucinations. I saw a duck. I wasn't sure if it was a real duck or if I was imagining it, so I went to the Scenic Hotel yesterday and asked the guy, the bartender, did a duck come in here? And he said, yes, mate, a duck came in here. He jumped up on the bar stool. The barman said, can I get anything? And he said, you got any bread? And he went, no. The duck left. Duck came back today, apparently. Jumped up on the bar stool. Said, you got any bread? And the bartender said, look, mate, I don't have any bread. If you come in here again, I'm going to fucking nail your beak to the counter. The duck went back later, jumped up on the bar stool. The bartender was like, oh, wait. And the duck goes, you got any nails? He's like, no, why? He goes, you got any bread? See you on the summit this week.
Bye.